Press start to begin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Super Bonus Round. We are back with what is possibly the final episode of Turnabout Big Top on...
Oh, thank God!
Phoenix Wright, Straight Justice for All. I'm your host, John Mugiwara Jam, joined as always with my co-host, Chad Peanut.
Hey!
And Rich Raymond 767.
Let's get through this fucking case already.
Okay, so... let me answer this with a question. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? Well, he might have had some help.
Lifting it?
Tell me something. What do we know about that bust of Max's?
It's big,
Heavy.
and heavy.
Big and heavy. What else?
It's wearing a hat.
Think about its texture. Why would you describe the texture of the material?
Green.
It's smooth.
Did anything visual that you would notice on the eyes?
They're green.
John, I'm kind of... It's shiny? I don't know what.
And who likes shiny things?
The monkey. A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had the monkey steal the bust?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home.
Home?
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Objection! Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards you're holding.
Hey! John, that was me.
Oh, sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry.
You now.
Yes, they're made of platinum, which is very shiny.
Whoa!
Acro? Money's a strong monkey, right? Be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
That wasn't a no.
Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events, and this case is getting annoying.
A turnabout, if you will.
But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Do you mean this bus was a murder weapon? Purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Hey, you learned a different word. Congrats.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Bitch! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of his attorney.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Wright.
And what's that?
You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There was no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let me beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around.
When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Barry, and the other was the murderer himself. Unless you tie the statue to some rope. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
The bust.
The bust
Rich
itself.
just said it. He saw Max's... Ah, bitch! He saw Max's bitch!
I would say episode title, but no.
Can't. Wish.
I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Objection!
Yes,
Au
it does.
contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Yes, I know French. Mo said he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw was that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case?
Has anybody?
The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
Objection! There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang on one of those cards in the bust's hands.
Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Acro. That question is of the utmost importance in this case, don't you agree?
No, he got me.
Oh! So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Acro?
No. Do you remember when Max and Russell Bear were talking in the office and he got the letter and he went outside to put a coat on?
Oh.
This is where the case really gets out there.
Fool! Him? You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Barry?
That's what I'm saying.
The victim himself placed a cloak on the bust?
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
I can see it now. When they show the answer, Rich can be like, oh, fuck you, that's dumb.
Explain yourself!
Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. All right, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box to the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and then angled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist's puppet, Benentrillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance to release the rope! Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, I know, this case is so fucking mental.
I hope you caught that, because that was me slamming everything on my fucking desk. That is the most stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
I know, right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you?
It's really that simple.
Oh my god, John, you better end this fucking case right now. Now.
Would you like this to make this a long one so that we can? We're almost there.
Oh, for the love of God, just hurry up.
Did you read the line?
You just wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, end this case right fucking now. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this isn't true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet.
What?
I knew he was gonna hate this.
I hate every single one of you.
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged under the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now,
God.
Having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could pull this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it can only have been you.
Oh God, you're guilty! Guilty!
Akko's been playing mind games with us all.
He sure has, but he has come to the end of his rope net.
So?
What now?
You guys, that's what's a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is... Evidence? Bitch, you just won't give up, will you? In this court, this only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my... And this fucking thing already! Don't forget the power of my gavel as well!
And the power of my pooper.
Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? For Christ's sake.
Nick, they say they want evidence.
I just explained how there could be only one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay then, you sound get out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
It was the hat. Duh.
Take that!
The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat was one, the white roses was the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat Mo saw was actually the bus.
Makes sense if you look at it that way. Then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of.
Well, okay, as crazy as this dumb thing is, like, they found the hat at the scene, but it was also on the defendant as he was going up. That at least makes sense.
Objection!
Fine, you got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
Can you do it, Nick?
Of course, I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses?
I swear to...
They were still on there, but...
They were fucking covered.
Do you get it? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, that means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust.
Ah!
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down. Judge, you better shut the fuck up while you're still sitting there. See where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe find Kamo and finally throw in the chow.
Throw in the chowl?
The chowl. There's the episode title. Yeah. Throw in the chowl.
Chowl. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind?
Did you say chowl chuck?
Chow chuck.
Oh, yes.
Chow chuck and Chowly.
Oh, yes, my favorite Delicious in Dungeon character, Chow Chuck Timms.
Oh, God.
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why's that?
Motive.
Yeah, fuck it. We always have to establish that.
This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Au contraire, bitch, because remember, he had a brother.
Oh, Rich is onto it.
Joanna, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubt that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive.
Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. Oh, dear God. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after the recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess, because just like the time I met the magical genie and he gave me one wish. I said, I wish I could be you. The Genru sword, word whoosh for goo wool ground oot.
What the fuck?
I got cut out or something.
I wish I could be you. Think about that statement. Then the Genwu sword, word whoosh, but you will grunt ut.
Grant oot.
I said I I wish I could be you.
He interpreted literally.
I wish I could be you.
Okay. What about that statement rings out? To where the Junwoo sawed, word wish but you will grant out.
Can you spell it out for me?
Actually, took him literally. I is now you.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me!
I ran him over like a bus.
Oh,
Why do we have one?
I hate it.
Every year. 5 in a row. Congratulations.
Undefeated, baby.
I can't believe it. Acro?
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is. And to think he was the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus! Am I that hated?
When it comes to Smash Brother, yes.
When it comes to Mario Party, yes.
I could try to pin the mud on you on purpose.
I wonder who's doing the hemming.
He did? but I'm nothing but a little nobody, though. But you know, which is kind of the reason why.
Oh, and I know who that is.
Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to... You know, shit! This guy deserves to be guilty anyways!
Now, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We got some really tasty... No, that's you.
No, that's me.
Right.
You got some really tasty milk? How about a card trick, detective?
Oh, well, if you insist.
Now, how about that evidence you mentioned? What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Akko's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Oh, it has to be added first.
Won't Miss Von Kommer be mad about you doing this?
That's why this is all secret.
Huh?
Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up till now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Kommer doesn't seem to be in control of things there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out here.
What did he mean by that? The very end part.
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me?
Yep, they even brought a whole cow, pal, in case you run out. Straight from the udder.
Oh, God.
I forgot to read the court date, but who cares at this point?
Court is now back in session. My door was ajar, so I added jelly. Now it's a door jam. Miss Montgomery, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with the Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor?
Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Yep.
Good. About the ringmaster.
We were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in.
And these birds became my foster parents.
I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I just had a horrible thought.
Yeah, you might as well tell me.
The reason I went into this tale is because when I was 9, the birds tried to push me out of the nets to try to teach me to fly.
No!
I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
I'm just picturing like a 7-year-old acro in like a nest, like flapping his arms, begging for to be fed.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
How indeed.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster?
Again, he had a brother. Keyword, had.
Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness.
You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. That's his fucking job. That's what the fucking job of the defense lawyer is.
Aging doctorate projection.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so... testimony is pretty airtight. No need to question now. Okay.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, so this one that you don't press anything because there's nothing to press. I don't know. I think the more I cross-examine them, the worse I end up looking in the end.
You mean?
I get the feeling that this cross-examination was a trap.
Yeah, find karma set you up again.
Right there. Went we. Who's we?
I think we just have to like go through it. We?
Yes, my brother Son and I.
What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like.
Ah, bitch!
No crying in court, only in the bedroom. Let's keep going.
Yes, mommy.
Yes, Mommy. The witness may proceed with his testimony.
Plop.
Yeah, that was a tear, not a poop. Oh, God. See, we can still have fun with this case. That's when the ringmaster comes in. Oh,
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one.
He was an uncle other.
The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about other people at the circus?
This was over 15 years ago. But then, there were a few other customers coming in. So, no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I always... That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I want to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult.
So then how long have you been a performer?
Alright, so you have to go through everything before they tell you. Hold it! You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age?
I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We call ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries.
Tingling Berries.
It's nearly a household name. Yeah, these berries are dingling around.
I've even heard of them in Germany, ja?
Liar!
Now, the point is that I want to be of some use to the circus.
You are truly a remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Something I bet you never had, Von Karma. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster?
Down, bitch! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
That was the right question to ask.
There's some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of the witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
Down, bitch! Down, bitch!
I love how your microphone's cutting out.
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Who does she even whip?
I don't know. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor.
Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with him.
I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Yes, you can.
No, actually. Based on that testimony, no, I cannot.
Oh, on that one you can't.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all.
Down, bitch!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish! Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Barry, Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Barry to begin with.
What?
Yeah, do you guys remember the little note that was on the corkboard?
Yeah. Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must.
I don't remember that line at all!
Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright, what in the fuck are you trying to do in my court? Bitch!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the fuck are you trying to do in his court? Are you attempting to imply that Akro was trying to kill someone else? Yes. Regina. Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
Yes, he fucking does.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say is, you're wrong. That's it.
That's it? Huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to.
Bitch! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now!
I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry, the bloodstained note.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof.
Present evidence that Acro's out to kill this young girl. It wasn't the note that Gumshoe gave us. That'll be
It
important
was the
later.
note in the cafeteria.
Acro, you remember this, don't you? By the way, I'm well aware of the time. I'm honoring Rich's request to end this case this episode.
Austin.
Oh, that's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat.
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Barry with that note?
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry!
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, I mean the ringmaster, saw the note.
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And then he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
Losing a person looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
So he would have no way to check if it was the victim or not. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza!
And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
That's why Mo brought her. She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina?
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish foolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes. What about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that the note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is the incident that allured to in the note? When Acro's brother died because of Regina fucking around with the lion.
I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually his brother himself.
What? This is it?
Wait a minute. Oh, I skipped one. Hold on. Well, I kind of figured that I'd try and get rid of the evidence I didn't need anymore.
Oh god.
Well, from now on, you can do those sorts of things at home on your own time.
Whoops. Don't worry. I know what it actually is. I just
Please
skipped one.
present this conclusive evidence, Mr. Wright.
I'm almost to the big climax of this case, which means that no matter what, I can't mess up again. It's actually the pepper. Oh, I know what he's doing.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because the pieces of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Maybe if they're allergic. Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answers this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
Okay, there we go.
Who is this?
That's Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead!
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in the coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
Yeah, but then you remember what the pepper is for.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
It was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
Maybe not intentionally. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Because... Oh, the new evidence. The scarf that Gumshoe just gave us is covered in blood and has a small quantity of pepper on it.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who was the one that gave the scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There is something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper. Pepper. Pepper. Pepper. That should be our episode title.
Pepper. Pepper.
Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could.
Pepper?
Yes,
Pepper.
Pepper. Pepper. Pepper. Pepper. Pepper.
Everybody's like, are you fucking kidding?
Hey, what's the silent treatment?
Pepper. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done...
Of all lines to be in this horrible case.
I'm not reading. No. Skip. No.
You've done a good job of fingering a criminal.
Fuck you. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Barry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it.
None of us fucking get it.
Actually, she does.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling, however.
Lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Which you need to close your mouth to do.
Yeah.
He sneezed of all the pepper in his scarf.
What? You fool! You've got to be fucking kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this silly, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot!
Huh. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr.
Oh,
Wright.
come on!
Ah, it's never gonna end.
No. Well, we're almost there, don't worry.
Do you think there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves?
Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro,
You told me! You can't mean! Witness!
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright? Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
You'll have to dream a more fantastic dream than that. What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the line. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow.
Pepper usually is.
Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bus on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the inconclusive evidence?
We're almost there, I promise.
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claims was used. That were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Nick, you've got to do something!
This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. No, the answer is not request search Acro's room, because they already looked. See how things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but...
Well, why aren't you going to search his room?
Looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice.
I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Haha, bitch!
A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance.
Do you?
We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
There's one place you haven't looked.
What did you find? There's no reason to even say it.
Austin, don't say it, but you know where that is too, don't you?
Oh, I'm starting to remember. Oh, God.
If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to that point, but to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright? The bus wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
Looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin.
but what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about it, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here
Is that justice plainly the trails in the sky?
is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Ah!
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bus, where's it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You're Phoenix Wright. You know what that bust is, I'm sure you do.
There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? I mean, I actually know where it is.
It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Ah!
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness.
Yep.
Why won't it
Hold it! Oh, that was Maya.
Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare her to present its case. Case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue.
Huh?
What?
What, Albert?
Why you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
What? Are you asking me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Hey, wait, you can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they?
Keyword, lines.
That's how acros lived up until now. Now it's time for us to walk on our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well. The defense may proceed. Just get it over with.
He doesn't have a clue. I don't think he'll be found in one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. Only way through is forward. Before we go into it, Rich, where do you think it is?
I don't know. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now?
Somewhere in this courtroom?
Yeah. It's obvious the bust is inside this very courtroom.
Obviously, where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of this bust once and for all.
The witness stand.
Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, and the only place you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
Bitch! Oh wait, she didn't whip that time.
You fool! How could you?
got me. I've been backed by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them.
2 of them.
Miss Francisca Van Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
This is one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search of my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash.
Yeah, explains why we haven't seen that.
Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust? Obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place I know that I could hide quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Van Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Van Karma.
It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Van Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Fucking finally! Acro?
Yes, Your Honor?
Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he cheesed her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star, Regina believes in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
Sorry, so are you saying that you are a victim in all this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself, that I planned to give myself up. But I could just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry.
The only thing you're guilty of is grooming.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case.
Yeah, no shit.
It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. You ain't kidding.
I'm an idiot.
What's that, Von Karma? Louder for everyone in the back.
I can't believe it. You beat me again.
Once more with feeling.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. No kidding. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Look, this court is adjourned.
Krakatoa.
December 30th, 427, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Yeah, because you're going into court for grooming.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. A single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
I think the only innocent one's the clown.
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Good, I do.
Very congrats, but only at max. 1 million of them.
Damn it.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
What? Just think about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Wisest words I've ever fucking heard.
Huh?
Reality finds it in.
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault.
Yes, it is. Yes, it actually is.
Sweetie. Bye. Dad and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up.
You say this is like a bad thing.
Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
Of course he is.
No. He's not going to do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You were sure? I can believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't have a desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making that stuff up about Acro not wanting revenge.
That's actually a really easy one to answer. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bad. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know.
In a matter of speaking.
I never knew. Now that Acro's been caught. Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
Oh, what is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What's a fabulous thing to do for me? I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's a big question.
A very big question.
Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he?
Hmm?
Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus.
I do.
That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I decided that I would take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh.
That's quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things.
Ah.
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max.
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is, thank you!
Regina, you're gonna help him out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you
know how
think...
to catch them pedophiles.
Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo? Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max? Nick?
Seems like everything is gonna turn out all right here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
Ooh. Rich, that's you.
I see what made the case.
Yesterday's surprise raid, it really paid off, just like you said, sir.
You had it all figured out. Figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
He's back! He's not dead.
Yeah!
I figured he was alive.
And we'll see him maybe, possibly,
next time on Super Bonus Round.
for the final case of Justice for... Oh, thanks, game. You kind of ruined it. Great. Thanks. So thank you guys again so much for watching. How are y'all feeling about the circus case finally being over?
Oh, thank merciful Christ.
What do you call a Russian with Tourette's?
You can all fuck off. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We'll see you guys in what I'd like to argue is the best case in the entire franchise. That's your reward for surviving. But see you guys there.
Goodbye.
Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more torture. But I think the torture is hopefully over. Goodbye.
Oh, I think you're in for a treat.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.